What up, guys? Going live. Oh, I put way too much makeup on. Look at this. My hair was up all day. My ladies know what I'm talking about. You know when your hair is up all day and then you take it down and then your head hurts? That's what I'm going through right now. Also, I don't know why I put on like a lot of makeup for this live stream. I didn't have any on all day, and now I clearly see that I have put on too much makeup. So let's I don't know. All right, I'm just fixing my light. Hi, guys. Hi, guys. Hi, guys. This is fun. Oh, hi, people watching. There's a song playing right now that I really like. It's called SOB by Nathaniel Ratliff and the Night Sweats. This is a band I actually got a recommendation from a Mr. Dave Landau. I don't even think he knows that I took this recommendation. I think he mentioned it on, I don't know, somewhere, but then I looked them up and they're really good. This is like the kind of band you want to like, you just close your eyes and you imagine you're like drinking a beer at an outdoor bar somewhere and like everything's good in the world. So that gives me a good feeling. What up, Cy Wasserman? I'm on during Kumi on my second monitor. Oh yeah, I'm competing with Kumi. Oh, I don't mean to do that. Sup, Mike? Sup, Spellbound Bear? Lonnie, Rich. Hey guys. So I have a lot of new shows, a lot of new dates to promote here. Let me see if I can pull them up on the screen right now for you crazy kids. What up, Mike Chase? Rich, you heard about me on Jim and Sam? That's awesome. I was trying to get on Jim and Sam for about a year. I was like, please. I'd be like reaching out. And then I just completely let it go. And I think that's always what happens in life. If you obsess about something, if you want it so bad, and then you just let it go, I feel like that's when things happen. It's wild. It makes me not want to obsess about anything. Let me pull up my website here. Is it even up? Let's see. Let's pull up my website here. Yeah, it is. I do have my website up. Wow, during the Mosses show. Yeah, see, I don't know. I just I had time. I'm trying not to compete with Kumia. You guys can just switch back and forth or just go watch him. I won't be offended. Let's bring up my old calendar, Rooney. Okay, guys. Here's my calendar. Guys, there's dates on this fucking calendar. Can you believe it? These are the dates that I am really wanting to promote right now. It's this Saturday. I'm going to be at Cos Cob, Connecticut. This is a new venue popping in Cos Cob, Connecticut. Brought to you by the same people that brought to you some secret shows. So don't worry about, competition there. This show is going to be featuring myself, Karen Feehan, Joe DeVito, Bob Levy, Larry Baya, and you can buy tickets for this through Eventbrite. I should put the ticket link in my website. I'm going to do that as soon as we're done. But yeah, you can get tickets for it. Just go to any of my socials. It should be there. Or check it out. Look for it on Eventbrite. And then this is very, very exciting. I have not been to Texas in longer than that. I haven't been to Texas in maybe at least 10 years. Yeah, I was dating Brian with a Y. I should have known it was going to be bad, that it was going to go south when I was dating Brian with a Y. No offense to fellow Brians with a Y's listening, but your name's kind of gay. So yeah, I think the last time I was in Austin, Texas was 2006. Could it really be that long? Could it really be 14 years since I was in Texas? Wowie. All right, well, I'm going to be in Texas, headlining Hyenas in Dallas, Friday, February 19th and Saturday, February 20th. Very excited. I have never been to Dallas. I've been to Austin 2 or 3 times, but never Dallas. So I'm fucking thrilled. I think I'm going to finally meet some of my Texas fans and friends and peeps. And I'm getting together a few other appearances for Texas right now. So that I'm going to try to bulk that up into a nice, big, juicy, week-long trip. Oh, hey, Carolyn. Yeah, I was up texting with Carolyn last night and Marshall and Kayla, because they all saw the Ski Mask episode. They're like, oh my God, are you okay? Because I was really upset. It was the first time Like last night on Ski Mask was really the first time that I had it out with Figs in terms of like, just to catch you guys all up. If you don't know, Figs was my announcer and friend and person who I feel like we sort of come up in comedy together, but he was the announcer on my show and he just quit second week of December. And I had some feelings about it. And I was not going to say anything because I was like, let whatever will be. But then I started to hear him like kind of speak some untruths revolving around the whole thing. So I was like, oh no, this will not stand. So I went on to Ski Mask last night and just got some things off my chest that were bothering me, content. So I saw a clip of that. It was awkward. Was it awkward? I don't know. It's definitely, it's not easy to call someone out for stuff, especially if you are somebody who likes to people please or like doesn't like conflict. It's never an easy thing to do, to be like, hey, I fucking expected more from you. And it's like, it's always disappointing when things don't work out or when people quit or leave. But, I just didn't like the thing. And I also think maybe has a little bit of work. I love Figs. I think he's immensely talented. I just think he has a little bit of inner work to do. And I think I'm always conscious of the inner work that I need to do. So I think it's easy for me to recognize that with other people. I don't know. Whatever. It's all like God's will, right? I think whatever is meant to be will be. All right, let me pull up some of these mother flipping comments here. You look wonderful. Thanks, Smirgle. Charlene. Hi, Symbolic Mind. Hello. Wow. Longtime fan Robert Montalvo in the chat. Longtime fan of me, even longer time fan of my feet. He's a foot fan from way back. Carolyn thinks that I was professional. Thanks, girl. Yeah, it was hard. It's really hard to it's easier to always just be like, everything's great. I don't need anything from anyone, It's very hard to point shit out and to be honest. And I wasn't going to do it, but then he was kind of saying some untruths. Oh, God. Speaking of which, oh, my God, it's Ski Mask.
What's up? I kind of forgot how this stuff worked. It took me like 5 minutes to set it up.
Wow, you did it. You did great. Holy crap. This is a real surprise. I did not think you were going to be coming on this.
Yeah, luckily I still had the stuff set up from last night. So I just opened it up and I'm ready.
Wow. Yeah, first of all, thank you for having me on last night. It was not going to be planned. Like I feel like every time I go on to your Ski Mask show, it's never planned. And then I was watching Figs and I was like, okay, all right. Yeah, it's Figs, And he started to say some things that I didn't agree with and I didn't feel like were true. And I was like, okay, all right, let me the fuck on. I got to set a couple things straight.
Well, that's what makes it, great radio or podcasting when it's not planned, because otherwise you could sit there for hours and come up with stuff that you want to say in your head, and then it's not going to go the way you want it. So whenever, it's last minute, it's more natural and off the cuff, So I felt like it was personally one of my favorite shows we've done in the past. I had a blast on it. And I'm glad people are digging it. So
why was it your favorite? Is it because it was like drama? It was like,
that's what got me into radio, like old Howard, like drama fights. Like that's why I wasn't really piping in. I was sitting there just smiling the whole time. Like, this is amazing. It's great.
I couldn't even tell from under your ski mask.
I know. I kept trying to like zoom in on my face just so people could see my smile. I'm just like, oh no.
And here's the thing, and I watched back over the episode because I was, we finished the thing last night and I was up until like 2 a.m. just like upset. I was just like thinking about it and I was just like running it all through my head again. I was talking to a couple of the fans, like in the DMs, like Carolyn, Marshall, and Kayla were all like, oh, hey, I saw Ski Mask. Oh my God, like, are you okay? It's so crazy. What happened? So I was like up, like just replaying it all. And I'm watching the episode and I watched the episode again today and I was like, oh wow, I was like really upset. Like I looked upset.
But that's because you, to me, from my perspective, you came in with a point to be made, because like, you were sitting in the background and watching him say these things that you didn't agree with. So you came in like ready, like, yeah, you were upset that someone this close to you could be, not being factual. And that's, and so it, like I said, again, it comes off as being genuine.
Yeah.
I thought it looked fine. I mean, you could tell like he kept like backtracking a little bit on certain things and you had the points to be made. So I liked it.
All right, good. I'm glad. I was thinking back, like, man, if I could have been really perfect, I would have said, Biggs, you're really talented. Like, you could have probably gotten everything you wanted with just a little bit more communication. That's probably the only thing that I had kind of left unsaid, but I was just so fucking pissed and fired up that I wasn't able to like reach to that space of like.
Well, I mean, I think Pat Oates said it when he came in. He said, you know, if I would have had that gig, like, what are you doing? Like, you hold on to that. It's just a bridge that you don't need to burn at that moment. And so I do think, like, I can always tell when people are kind of frantic, especially by their tweets, when they're trying to be like overly funny or writing longer paragraphs than usual or more tweets. So I could tell, like, you know, he's personally upset by it, but that's his ego that he's not going to let, you know, that take control of him, and he wants to not look upset as he probably is, you know, because you can always tell by people's Twitters, like if they're upset about something, they're going to be blasting at everyone, you know.
Yeah. So. Yeah. So you're very like, you're good. You're observant. You'll observe Twitter. And I also like really appreciate the way that you form questions, because you're not trying to like lead anybody into a particular answer, but you will, you know, I can't really explain it well, but I was noticing it last night with Figs before I even went on. I was like, oh, you're very good at like setting up a question, but also like, yeah, you want to get maybe the vulnerable response out of somebody, maybe like dig for something a little more honest.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, it's a comedy show, but then again, like you do want to ask offset questions because it's not like the rest of the shows. So you kind of like want to hit him with, you know, a genuine question that he's like, whoa, like I thought we were coming on here to dick around. And then that's how you can get people to open up sometimes. Like I did with Brian McCarthy when he came on. You know, I didn't say anything about what he's done in this past. I just asked him questions that were genuine and stuff. And he basically just hung himself. So, you know.
Wait, I didn't watch that episode. How did he hang himself?
Well, he just kept backtracking, and so I would ask a question to try to set him up, like especially about the Dos Equis commercial, and then I would have a follow-up question at the end that would basically trap him in a lie. And it's like, wait a second, I thought earlier you said this and that, and so some of the fans took that information that he was saying on there and made a whole report about, you know, basically proving that he didn't write the commercial and whatnot. And so,
what a strange thing to lie about, writing a Dos Equis commercial.
Maybe he just knew that he could get away with it for so long.
Because who's gonna fact check that?
Yeah, right.
There's no Snopes for that.
I actually sent a video that I made on iMovie to Dos Equis, and I was like, hey, this is what the guy that supposedly wrote your commercial is out there doing. And it showed like Brian with a Hitler mustache. And then they came back and they were like, Brian McCarthy had nothing to do with the commercial. And I was like, wow, this is great. I wasn't trying to be a dick. I was just trying to get the facts.
Oh, we have a super chat from Abu Jacko. Marry, make love with, kill. Red Bar, Kumi, Big J.
All right. I'm marrying Kumia.
Yeah.
I'm making love to Big J, and I'm going to kill Red Bar.
Yeah, same. Because I feel like Big J would be like a little kinky. I mean, he wears the fingerless gloves.
Right. And he's talked about, you know, him and his lady having other ladies in the bedroom before.
Oh, so they tried to get me in on that. He propositioned me for a threesome. I was like, no, thank you. And I won't tell you what part of that makes me uncomfortable. I was just like, thanks.
The fingerless gloves.
Thanks, but no thanks. I'm like, yeah, let me make sure those are washed first.
Yeah, I don't think anybody could pull off fingerless gloves after Dice Clay. I thought like once he did it, that was it. Like nobody's gonna top that. But hey, you know, Big J's like one of the only people that can pull it off. Now I see people wearing. I'm like, what are you doing? Why?
Yeah,
what's the point? Your hands still got to get cold, right?
I was at the diner this past weekend with like Frank and his parents, and we see like this one guy. I felt so bad. I mean, I feel bad for anybody like working in any kind of like food industry at this time, but like they're wearing like the gloves and like the face mask. But I look, this one guy had like basically fingerless plastic gloves on, so he could hold dishes and do his fucking job. And I was like, that looks so ratty.
It's so silly.
So bad.
Because literally, if the FDA were to walk in that restaurant, they would make them take the gloves off. Like they've already stated that the gloves do worse than the actual hand. So it's the restaurant managers that are making them wear the gloves, or maybe just their own personal choice. But it's so dumb. It's so gross. Because I know people that work in the restaurant industry. They're in a hurry all the time. They're not going to change their gloves as much as you want them to. It's just not happening. And they'll tell you they're in a hurry. I'm not going to change gloves that many times. So they're touching everything and it stays on plastic, not like your skin.
Go.
It's gross.
Ugh. That's so funny. Somebody in here thinks I have a crush on Red Bar. That would be like, what's it called? Stockholm syndrome, when you like love the person who hates you.
I don't know how anybody can. I can't stand looking at that guy. He just looks.
He's not
weird.
bad looking, but as soon as he opens his mouth, you're like, oh, he's full of hate, and like, and he's just obsessed with the past, or I get it, or it's like a bit or whatever. It's like either he's the most hateful, vengeful, sour, salty person, or he's like really committed to a bit that is probably not best serving him.
Well, I do know his fans are hateful too. Like his following is just like Red Bar everything. You know, if you like, we trashed Red Bar in one episode and I lost like some listeners. They're like, oh, Red Bar first. And I'm like, fuck you, then bye, you know?
Aw. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I guess he's doing what he loves. You know, we can't.
4-hour shows.
He's doing what he loves. 4-hour shows. By the way, you are a great guest for Chip. I look forward to the dating show. Oh, thanks, Charlene. Yeah, we've been trying to set that up with Chip forever. I think either Chip or Jim might be a little COVID paranoid. I'm not 100% certain that's the reason, but I have a feeling. So
are they doing it over Zoom now?
Yeah. They've been doing Chip Chipperson over Zoom. I did it a few months ago. Yeah.
I went through a box of gloves a night.
Really? Oh, wait, you can see these chats? You can see all the comments?
That's nice that the people in the show can see it. I like the StreamYard. Yeah. It's just like I got to wait for the pay stub to come up a little bit for me to
I know. I had to put it on the old credit card because it's not like Zoom where you can just be like $15 a month willy-nilly. They make you pay for it for a year up front. And you're like, God damn it, StreamYard.
I would totally do it. I mean, it looks way better than Zoom. And Zoom becomes a pain in the ass after a while.
Like Zoom, you can share screens, but it's not easy. It's like a little bit mysterious to figure it out. Semi-automatic says, "Hey, Chrissy, for a second, I thought you were talking to a professional bank robber." No, this is Ski Mask at Ski Mask Host. Follow him on Twitter. Also, we're going to be performing together, I think, or maybe somebody you know.
Yeah. Somebody very, very close to me will be with you this weekend.
Okay, yeah. So that'll be Saturday night at Club Flamingos. It's a strip club in South Hackensack, New Jersey, but it's like we do comedy in kind of like a tent off the back of the strip club. And it sounds fun.
Is it outside? Is it cold?
It's inside outside. They've got some heaters on the inside of the tent.
Some cigs? I'm kidding.
Yeah, you probably could. You could probably step out and smoke a little whatever.
I was laughing because you said heaters. You know,
oh, yeah. Abu Jacko is the guy with the mask, an adult performer.
No. When I first started, my brother really thought that I should release an adult video to boost my numbers, and I wasn't going to do it because once it's out there, people know the size. So right now, I can kid about the size and be fake about it, but that's why I don't do it.
I know. I think that's the same reason. Like, I don't think I would ever do an OnlyFans because I feel like they're just people will never be happy. You know what I mean? Like,
no, they're always going to complain.
Even if you're in like peak physical form, they're going to be like, oh, your nipples are too there. I don't know.
I'm paying for this. Like, fuck off. Like,
and then it's just going to end up on Reddit. Like I had all this Patreon content that ended up on Reddit. I'm like, why am I even trying anymore?
People just releasing it.
They don't respect it. Oh, blank if I'm in duress. No, I'm fine.
What is that?
Ooh. Jacko says, I can tell that you are an attractive guy, Mask Man.
Thank you, Jacko. Thank you. I do have a physique jawline, if I must say, but I don't know if that's attractive.
Abu said that I needed to put an E in my last name. No, Mayr, M-A-Y-R, is actually the most German spelling you can get. It's actually the other folks who added an E into their last name. Like anybody you see with M-A-Y-E-R, those are people who got to Ellis Island. And I'm like, oh, we need to assimilate.
I think it's better to have especially in comedy, to have a shorter last name. Like my last name's actually really long, and I cut it in half, so to make it shorter.
You cut it from Mask to Ma.
Yeah, exactly.
There you go, Schema. Wow, look at all these comments, Chrissy. You should do a reverse OnlyFans. Put on as many clothes as possible just to troll the pervs. That's not a bad idea. And then I'm gonna have people asking to purchase my outer layers.
Yeah, wasn't Lewis putting a podcast on OnlyFans?
Yeah, you can put content on OnlyFans. You don't have to be naked. I think they were trying to move away from just being like sex workers.
Yeah.
But I just don't feel like it. I don't know if it's gonna take, because it's like that's a pretty solid branding there. OnlyFans is like, okay, you're gonna see some nudie Judies.
I've never been on it, but don't you have to? Can't you only access it from a laptop?
Really?
Yeah, I think so. Like, I don't think you can access OnlyFans. I don't know, because I think there was a girl in high school I tried to access on the phone, and it was like, you have to use laptop. I was like, oh, fuck that. It sounds like a pain.
Wow, that's terrible. They're definitely leaving a lot of money on the table. They are only letting you access it through a fucking laptop.
I think that was, I can't remember. I think you can only search names on the laptop. So I was trying to search someone. I was like, I can't.
Kayla can attest that he is attractive.
Kayla.
Okay, Kayla, you better come to, I don't know if you live near Dallas, but come to Hyenas.
It's about 4 hours.
And wow, that's okay. That's far.
I bet she comes. She'll do a road trip to Hyenas.
Maybe I'll try to meet her halfway at a gas station. It's like we're dating.
You'll be in the middle of nowhere.
Why does he wear a mask? He is clearly a handsome man. Okay, Abu is a big fan of yours.
Yes, Abu. Sign up for the podcast, Ski Mask Collective. Subscribe, and you can watch The Masked Man 2 or 3 times a week. Just imagine what he looks like.
Oh my God. Spank bank. It was Ski Maskowitz. That's really funny. Right?
That's good.
That's too Jewish. Yeah. He didn't want Patreon, so he tried OnlyFans. Oh, okay. Nice. Wow. Ski Mask has a creeper.
No, that's all right. I had a couple out there before. Meet up at Buc-ee's. Yes, the Buc-ee's, the greatest. Buc-ee's is a giant gas station in Texas, and it's the most amazing place in the world. They sell everything, snacks. It's huge. Like, I can't even begin to describe how big a Buc-ee's is. And the cleanest restrooms ever.
Ooh. Is it on the level of a Quick Check or a Flying J? I'm just thinking of all the great.
Imagine a Flying J times 20.
I can't believe you knew what a Flying J was. I was like, the only people who know what a Flying J are, it's like they have either driven trucks or done a lot of road comedy.
We had a Flying J, and that's the only place I could buy propane that was close to my house in Texas.
Like Flying a real J. Man. Yeah. It's the kind of place where you go, if you shit you're a trucker who shits their pants, you would go to a Flying J. You would just throw your pants out, buy brand new pants, and you can shower there, and you can start all over. You can start anew.
You could do that at Buc-ee's too, because the stall doors, it's like an actual door, so nobody can look under any of this. So you got your own little room, so you could definitely ditch your pants in there. Yes, Buc-ee's does make Wawa look like Casey's. You are right.
Right, Wawa. That's the other really good one.
Yeah, I'm trying to think if there's a Buc-ee's close to Hyena. There's one in Terrell, Texas. That's pretty close to Hyenas. Does Bill Schultz still sleep in Kumi's studio?
I don't think he ever did.
I think he's talking about on the couch.
Oh, yeah. I haven't seen him. He lives like near-ish to the studio, so I think that's going to be dispelled myth. Kayla is coming. She's buying tickets tomorrow.
Nice.
Thanks, Kayla.
I think I had a couple of my friends buy tickets, because my hometown's only an hour and a half away from Hyena.
Wow.
So I think they may be coming out. Trying to get my stepdad to go out there, because I know he's a fan of yours.
What? Your stepdad?
Yeah, my stepdad and my dad are fans. My dad follows you on Parler.
What? Oh my God, that's such a huge compliment. My dad voted for Biden to impress his new girlfriend. So he is not a fan. He doesn't even know I probably doesn't even know I have a fucking podcast, even though I've told about it like 100 times.
My dad drives with a Trump hat on his dashboard.
That's badass. See, I admire people's commitment to their Trump shit, even like at this point.
He's still flying the flag. He was at the racetrack this weekend. He just had the Trump flag, on the pole. Of course, the American flag on top.
Will you be doing Skankfest? I heard Skankfest was just moved again to late March. I'm gonna say I don't know. I've never done Skankfest. Somebody in there doesn't like me, and I know it's not Lewis, and I don't think it's Jay, and I don't think it's Dave Smith. So I think there's somebody on whatever the planning board. I have a feeling Who it is?
Doesn't that suck? It's like the people who promote it and are the faces of the show don't even have a say in it.
I mean, if it was my fucking festival, I wouldn't have a say in it. It'd be like, oh, this person who gets along with everybody and who we all share fans. But again, like whatever. It would be a nice to do, but definitely like not a need to do. Yeah, going to be in Dallas next month and then Austin again, like in May, I think.
Nice.
Later on.
You ever been to Austin?
Yeah, I was in Austin twice. Once for my spring break when I was a college senior, and then once with my ex-boyfriend Brian with a Y. We went to Austin for like a weekend. It was like the worst. It was like a poorly planned trip.
You hit up good old 6th Street.
Yeah, it was literally like just 6th Street. And
yeah, I mean that's all there is to do, really.
Yeah. Is he related to the unknown comic from the Gong Show?
Gong Show. I've never even heard of that.
That's an old reference. That's like from the 60s, I think. Or the 70s.
Yes, Buc-ee's has the cleaner restrooms in my mom's house. I'm telling you, this is the best.
Ski, I feel like I've really I've kept tabs on your show, and like I really like the way that you run the show and ask questions. And like, do you ever, like, when you have a guest on, do you have a feeling like what you want to get out of them, or you just sort of like play it by ear and then like listen and be present and see where you can take it?
Yeah, I normally do just off the cuff, unless it's for when I first started this, I planned a little bit, but I noticed like every time I plan something, it never happens because it's just chaos. So now it's just off the cuff. So I'll invite somebody on, I'll give them a time, and then I won't even think about it until it's time to set up, and they're in there because it's easier to talk to people, and you know by the attitude or what they got going on where it's going, you know. But
did Big seem closed off to you, or did he seem like?
He didn't seem closed off at all. He seemed like a little bit more open actually than his first appearance on the show. Was a couple of months ago, at least 5 months. Damn, I can't believe we've been doing that this long. Anyways, yeah, I mean, Figs, he actually reached out to me Friday and wanted to come on. Which was nice. So I said, yeah, come on Monday, and he was there present because he missed the last 2 that I had booked him on.
See, that's the thing. It's like it's not just me. It's like he has bailed on so many people's shows.
Yeah. That's why it was funny that I saw Pat on Twitter. He was like, "Oh wow, he shows up the ski show, but he just blew my show off." I'm like, I sent him a link immediately. I'm like, "Get in here and figure this out."
Aw, like I didn't want to make him feel bad, or I don't know, punch someone while they're down. But at the same time, I was like, don't say shit that is untrue.
Well, not only that, like he's got to know we're not punching down when he's doing it to himself. Like you can only be your own worst enemy, or however
right.
To say it.
And I when I was listening back, I heard this one like phrase or quote from Mike, and I was like, it really summed everything up for me. It was like, why would you help someone who doesn't want help? And I was like, oh, that's this whole thing.
Yeah.
That's the long and short of it. Yeah.
When you let your ego get in your way, I guess.
Kayla is 6 hours from Dallas.
I didn't know Lubbock was 6 hours. I thought it was 4.
Oh, well then, 6 hours from Dallas that's quite the drive. And then Nemo guessed it right in the head. He guessed the person who doesn't like me. That's Nemo.
I didn't think she still had anything to do with that.
I mean, that would be the only reason why I wouldn't be on there. I told you that whole story, right? That like she started, which also answers Charlene's question: do I ever do the creek in the cave? I was all the fuck about the creek in the cave, like for years and years and years. Did improv there in the early aughts, and then I started dating Pat Dixon, and Rebecca like took over the creek. Rebecca had been hooking up with Pat, but like the summer before, and then I started dating him like that October, and I thought that they were done. Like for everything he was telling me, it's like, yeah, it was just a fling. We were just hooking up, but we're done. And then like me and him were like a serious item or whatever. And then in January, I go to the creek to watch one of his produced shows, and she, I guess, saw the way he looked at me, or I looked at him, and then flipped the fuck out, is what I heard from like Rojo Perez and some other comics that were there. Flipped the fuck out, was throwing bottles, and then said, I don't want to see her here anymore, and banned me.
You gotta love insecurity, huh?
Banned me effectively from the creek. And this was in 2000. I started dating Pat I was 26. So that was like 11 years ago.
Jeez.
So that was the year. When did I start dating him?
11 years ago.
2015 I was banned, I think.
2015.
No. Wait, was it longer ago than that? No, 8 years. I don't know. It was like 7 or 8 years ago.
You see that we don't know math. We just know how to tell jokes. That's it.
Yeah, because I know I started dating Pat at 26, which was 11 years ago. So
damn,
so it was 11 years ago. And then because we've been broken up since 2014. And I just was so blown away. And then like Pat didn't do anything to try to stand up for me. He was like, you should sort of stay away from her. She has influence. And I was just like, just new into stand up. So I don't want to step on anybody's toes. And I was like, and looking back, I'm like, man, that fucking sucks. I did nothing wrong. All I did was date somebody that Rebecca Trent wanted to date. You know what I mean? It's like, I'm fucking sorry. I had no fucking clue. I even at one point sent her a long email like, hey, I'm really, really sorry. I feel like there's bad blood between us. Like,
let me guess, no response.
No response. Yeah. It was like a mega olive branch.
That's a bigger tell than if she did response, you know? Like if she just done, that clearly sums it up exactly right there.
Yeah, and it's like it's funny, and like we're talking about the theme of like getting in your head and like burning bridges from like a business standpoint. It's like, of course, she doesn't like need me to have her business. I mean, I guess we all know how well that worked out for the old creek and cave.
Oh, we do, don't we? I think it's turning into literally a cave. It's literally a cave.
I don't know if you would call that karma. It
well,
seems
I mean,
like
it's so stupid. 11 years ago, and now you're still like, there's another festival coming up. You're like, hey, I don't think I can do it for something that happened 11 years ago. People don't even go to prison for 11 years for robbing banks. You know?
Yeah.
People change. Get over it. Anyways,
it's like, who was it? How am I going to change? Like, not go back in time and not date the person that I didn't even know. You know, it's like I just had no fucking clue.
Yeah.
I had and it was not worth it. I mean, if you had told me like, hey, you're going to be blocked and banned from XYZ things just from dating this person, I would have been like, no, thanks. So sorry, I missed you in Tannersville a few weeks ago. Please come back. Oh, Brooklyn to Catskills. That was a great fucking venue. Hilltop Bar and Grill in Tannersville just started doing comedy shows. I was honored to do the very first one. It's in like upstate New York. I know people that live in Tannersville are gonna be like, we're not upstate, but that's just a shorthand I use for like anything above, I don't know, Mayapack or something. So sorry, Brooklyn. I will have to go back and see you. Sorry if I'm like all over the place, guys. I'm just trying to like wrangle these. Figs impressions go on for 3 minutes, and then he makes a creep voice and says, "Daddy." Well, sometimes that's funny. Sometimes people like that.
Yeah, Geno said "Daddy" first.
Wow, G-Guard says that that they are glad he's off in hot water. Yeah, look who's here. It's me,
Poppy.
Poppy.
I don't know how to look at this on my phone. I'm retarded.
Try putting it horizontal.
No, all my audio shit. First of all, I had like 3 cords stolen from me in AC.
Are you sure they were stolen, or should I look in my bag over here? Because I'm pretty sure I tagged everything.
We don't have them.
Okay.
Carolyn lost her phone. I lost a wallet. So
Carolyn's phone got left in a taxi cab. We were tracking it because she somehow had the same room next to us, and we showed her how to do the Find My iPhone, and it was just going all over AC. It was clearly in the cab, but there was like 20 cab companies there, so you can't get a hold of the fucking cab. Like, you're just gonna have to go flag them down.
Yeah, you certainly can't get a hold of Big A or Big Al.
Yeah, but right.
That liar. Big A's the best, but
wait, what happened to Big Al? Your limo driver.
Well, so I called the guy live on the show. I think it was episode 88. And he told me on the phone it would be $200 for 3 hours. So I said, okay, we're going to book it here in a little bit. And then when Stancil goes to book it, because we're not giving credit card information over the show. I mean, we're just not that stupid.
Oh my God.
He's like, no, it's going to be $200 an hour. And I was like, fuck. Yeah. So what happened with the wallet?
I never found it.
Where do you remember seeing it?
We tore apparently somebody texted me or DM'd me and was like, you had your wallet too. First of all, I've gotten drunk. I've gotten blackout drunk to the point where I don't remember anything.
No.
And I was on a different level on Saturday night.
A couple people said the same thing.
A couple people said the same thing, and
I got fucked up. I had to go to the room at 8 p.m. I was like, I was trashed. I was like, I haven't been this fucked up.
I could chalk some of that up to the Claridge giving us like full glasses for Jameson shots up there. I don't know what they're doing. It was hilarious, but
yeah.
But there was some chick roping around who was talking about weird drugs and stuff, and two of us, Victor, myself, and you, said that we felt like we got drugged.
Yeah, I was in the room. I was in the room.
I missed all the good stuff.
So I left the bar with all the audio equipment, and then like I came to because obviously I was blacking out in the lobby, and I was like, "What the fuck?" So I texted Chick to let me back up to the bar, and she was like, "No, you were being an asshole up here," and I was like, "What?" It was the weirdest thing. I was like, I'm not being a fucking dick. Like, and then so I was like, I'm gonna walk back to the room. I fell asleep in a room.
I'm used
to
people
then woke up in my truck. I was sleeping in the backseat of my truck.
Yeah, that's weird.
I was like, what the fuck?
But I think there's something sketchy was going on because I haven't been that disgustingly drunk in a while, and I try to pride myself in at least knowing where I am from time to time.
Mead, Tony said sorry about your wallet. Dagon says he's gonna throw a chair at my own show drunk.
That's good.
Dagon says you are the guy with the boat. So putting together a few details here.
I'm not that concerned about the wallet. I have two in my car. I have to go to the fucking the DMV. I can get up my license in a second.
You can do it online. You can do it online. Can't you?
That's true. Yeah,
I did it. That's what I had to do last time.
It doesn't matter. The weekend was great. The compound show was great. Everybody was awesome. They really nailed that down to a T there. So I had a great time.
I had a blast. Friday night was great. We had some good shows Saturday. I have to stop singing King Diamond every time I get hammered. My throat is still fucking sore. Watching those videos again, I was like, good God, just disgusted at myself singing in such a high pitch. Whoa!
It's Geno.
There's King Diamond himself.
Yeah.
Am I on? Like, what did I do? Hey,
you're on.
Like a fucking corpse.
You look dead, bro. What? You good?
Oh, I just walked in the door from outside. It's raining. It's crappy. I feel fucking great. What did I miss?
You look good.
Just talking about Mead lost his wallet. Carolyn lost her phone. Mead thinks he and a few others got drugged.
Who got drugged? No, that's the oldest line in the book. No. Someone. One time, Aaron Berg's wife is like, Christine's like, someone put something in my wine. I'm like, yeah, 4 other glasses of wine.
No. Hey.
Is she doing a show with Cosby?
I mean, if you're saying that, I'll give it a little bit of credence because you know your way around a lot of booze. But come on, man, really?
Hey, listen, Goomba. I'm the last person to ever do the I got drugged route. I will never say that's the reason why I got too fucked up. But there was a lot of drinks left on tables that people weren't paying attention to, and there was that fucking human platypus lady walking around talking about how she like drugs people.
The lady with no shoes? Is that who you're talking about?
Yeah.
So she was fucked up. Me and Geno saw her in the lobby. She was like,
I was too drunk, so I don't know what you're talking about. But that sounds. So you're saying there's a human platypus lady? I missed that.
Yes.
So there's a very strange woman. I think she was from Arizona. I don't know, somewhere out in the Midwest, and she was saying things to Victor about how she's like giving people drugs, like when they didn't know it and stuff like that. So there could have been some foul play. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, Geno, you were blasted.
At what point would it have been slipped in on you, buddy?
I think when we were up at the View Bar, and this is not saying anything to the View Bar people. They are the best. That's like the best place in the entire world.
What do you mean, you people?
Fucking horse shit, buddy.
The View Bar is like probably the most normal place in America right now.
Yeah, no mask. Maybe that's what it was. We're all breathing over each other again, and now we're like, whoa, this is fucking weird.
What's this funny feeling getting oxygen to my brain?
Freedom? Holy fuck.
I'm not sucking in my carbon dioxide 24/7. All right.
I didn't even have a beer at the View, and I was like, I got to get out of here.
And when I walked out of there, I was demolished.
Please. And I know you guys will be honest because you're drunks like me and you're regular people and you're my boys. I know I got fucking hammered at the View the fucking second night. But and I know these are the words of a drunk. I stand by it because it's like the fans come out, and I'm not saying they just come out to drink with me, but I'm sorry, that's part of the fucking. That's part of the deal.
Well, I don't think it had anything to do with the show or the fans. I think this was just a random one-off person.
Yeah, because not only I can't remember who it was, but not only Victor, but a couple other people said that they felt weird that night too. Like, I got fucked up.
Yeah.
Like,
well, that's what
a lot of people were like passing out early, walking around like zombies. I'm like, geez, like
felt weird. Felt weird is just code for he came out of the closet that night.
No, what I'm saying is, it's like, I know fucking people come there to drink with me and I get drunk. I do at the end. Like I literally tried to time that one. I'm like, look, I had 3 great sets. Let me rephrase. I had 3 sets that I was thrilled with. I'm like, I'm going to go drink with these queen.
I thought there was only 2 shows.
And then I literally went up to Berg before the last set. I'm like, and it's literally, did you ever see the movie? And I love it. I can't believe I didn't love it the first time I watched it. Beer Fest.
Yeah.
When he thinks he's sober and he's like, why don't we slip out of these clothes and into a drum martini? Yeah. In my mind, I went up to Berg like, hey, you got to put me up early so I can get out of here. But I'm sure it's like, not put you up now. And I went up and I got out of there. But I thought it was great for what it was. You know what I mean? For my 4th set dismount, for who I am in the fucking world of fucking comedians of the compound. And I know these are the words of a drunk, but that's how I feel about it. Does that make sense, or am I nuts and an alcoholic?
No, you're absolutely right. That the first show on Saturday night, I thought you did fucking fantastic.
That was my best set in quite some time. Like if I can get out
really good,
the whole nigger joke about Thomas Jefferson, and it comes out brilliantly and not like sneaky, and it did. I'm like, I love it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
that's a great joke.
Love sneaky. Yeah.
All right, Geno, that was your one. Okay.
That was your one.
That was your one.
StreamYard is it YouTube?
We're streaming onto like every possible thing.
Not anymore.
Oh no, just.
but by the way, you're proving my point. But watch this. You're proving my point. I won't say it again. But you saw the bit. It's a brilliant bit. And in that joke, after they're laughing, I literally say, and if you laughed at that joke, great. And I make fun of it. I'm like, what I just said is actually a brilliant joke. But if you didn't, then you let a word keep you from laughing, and you gave it the power. No one else does. And that's the beauty of that bit. And then I went up the last set and I said, great.
Wow.
By the way, you guys, great podcast last night, Ski Mask.
Did you like it? I couldn't tell if you were a fan of it or not. I don't know.
I apologize, Chrissy. I just made an excuse. I didn't want to come on.
Okay.
I didn't want to deal with it. You know what I mean?
It's okay. I don't feel like I fully understand why Figs was given the boot. Like, I feel like I'm missing something because it went from...
He wasn't given the boot. Fucking here's what Figs...
And that's how he'll make it sound.
He was given the Puma.
Here's the thing, and here's what you can't understand. You're like, why would all 3 of you, if I may brag, you're like, how would Geno and Aaron? No, I'll go. How would those 4? Because Garrett and Steve are also assholes like me. Like we would never kick anyone off. You know what I mean? But
yeah. So Berg told him, "Let's take a break."
Yeah, we literally were like, look, it wasn't even let's take a break. It's like we had him. We had him on our show a lot when I would go to LA all the time, you know, and we'd come for the week. And I'll tell you, it was a strike against him because we would pay him. We'd give him fucking $50, $75 a show when he would fill in. Okay?
Oh, that's good.
Let me tell you, that's fucking great. And I don't mean like I'm daddy fat stack. I mean like this is what galls me sometimes. When I first fucking started, wait, hold on, let me do this so there's a bitch about
better than the orange slices he was making off my show.
Yeah. Please. But here's the thing. It's like I used to do, now I'll tell old man stories. I used to do Scott Farrell's show on Sirius XM every Monday night during football season. Fucking for 5 years. He never paid me a penny. I never asked and I never felt offended because I was getting my chops in. You know what I mean?
And how many times a week would you go?
Like, were you getting your chops in with the orange slices? You getting your chops in with the orange slices that you had to pay Figs with?
Were you trying to fight Scurvy?
No,
he went on Gas Digital and he said something like that's what you guys paid him with was like orange slices. You guys paid him in orange slices.
Yeah, and he's trying to play this. He's rather than working on his next joke, he's trying to fucking big time into like whatever. But one time he came on years ago. You remember me? I lost my mind on him. He's like, "Well, you guys don't pay me," and I'm like, "What?" He's like, "Well, you don't pay me any money." I'm like, "What the fuck is that?" You know, and he's like, well, I didn't want to piss Chrissy off, and if you weren't paying her, I'm like, it's got nothing to do with that. You were just, and he always does that. He always tries to fucking revisionist history, his bullshit. And
I mean, Geno, that would be like you asking Artie Lang for money when you used to do his podcast, right? The same thing.
Even better, Ski Mask. I fucking, and I'll say it because his fans that are all gone now fucking vanished. I carried that fucking show while
it was amazing.
Glass up his nose, and they're like,
when I learned your name.
He would get so insecure, Artie, because he knew he sucked. And he's hilarious. Don't misunderstand me. He knew he was being ruined by heroin. He'd be like, every time I said something funny, he'd be like, Geno, just bringing the show to a grinding halt. So all his fucking dumb fans would be like, yeah, Geno sucks. And again, he's right, because all of us, everyone's out of radio except for Artie and fucking Dan Filato, his fag producer. Here's my point. Fucking Mike used to always go on, filled in for us. And then recently, as the show got bigger, we started bringing in like guys to sit in for us, like fucking Ari Shaffir, you know, and Francis Ellis, all those guys, which is great. So every now and then he would come on, but this is what I believe happened. Okay, he fucking everything Chrissy said. Chrissy's right. Not right, but is accurate. Chrissy.
Excuse me, say that again. I need to make sure I said
not right, but accurate.
Everything he said was accurate. He fucking had this attitude about being on the couch. It was like, so he fucking quit your show basically, and then he
totally quit.
You can't convince me he didn't panic and be like, all right, well, let me go back to In Hot Water, because he never fucking really came by, and that's fine. But he got so far away from In Hot Water that he just like the show's the same. And you said it last night, Chrissy. It's not. It's still stupid. It's probably dumber, but the dumb characters have evolved, and you can't just come on. And the last time he was on, fucking me and Aaron are doing what we do now that I fucking am very proud of, and it's nothing other than him sitting at the desk with me for half an hour, because he used to always wander off, and we just bullshit for the first half hour now, and it's great, and the fans love it. We take calls, and he just fucking jumps in 10 minutes and starts yelling and doing characters. And he literally fucking sent Berg a text before that, be like, hey, I'm coming on and doing this, this, and this. Just kind of fucking not like.
Oh, so it was telling. It was telling, not asking.
Not asking, kind of like, hey, by the way, I'm going to Skype in today.
Oh, I'm going to mix it up. I'm going to switch it up.
Yeah, but it's even him saying it because he's terrified that he knows he burnt that bridge. No fucking pun intended. He knows he burnt that bridge with you, but he's like, well, I'll just go back to In Hot Water. We're not your fucking plan B. I don't have to tell you about that, We're not your fucking plan B.
And I always felt like, oh, he has so. I'm like his mom. I'm like telling him what to do. I'm keeping him small, and In Hot Water is cool and better and more fun, and I can just show up and do whatever I want. And Chrissy, you suck because you like to be organized and have things planned out, and I'm not like fun and spontaneous.
Still though, like Chrissy, your show's on a Monday night at 7:30 p.m. There's no fucking reason you can't be there. Like, especially if you live that close. It's in the evening. If you work a day job, you could still make that show. It's so silly.
Yeah, and and again, I don't have a problem with things. Even when I blocked him, it was just like a fucking joke. You know, I block everyone, and then he goes, he's like, oh, Geno just does the same act. Okay, whatever, buddy. Like, but I said it on the show the next day. I'm like, do you understand? Like, he's so mad he said something that stupid, and I just laugh at it because it means nothing to me. But that's what you do. Like, could you imagine when I first got up here, and I know it's different, but it's not. It's not, because this is the new world we live in. And I say it all the time, me and
do rehearsals.
Did he mute himself? I love how he muted himself.
Wait, did I mute him? Did I mute him?
No, he muted himself probably.
Did I mute you?
This is so great.
I was trying to edit his mic settings because he was a little loud.
There was one time.
You muted me. I didn't mute me. I didn't touch anything.
Geno, you remember that time?
My mic is on.
Remember that time? What was that app you were using where you were doing your sports picks and you went probably almost 10 minutes muted to all your fans. You wouldn't look at the comments, and we were all like, "Dude, you're muted the whole time."
But then when I turned it on, I was reading all your comments. We were, hey, bonehead, no one can hear you. But like when I first got here, it's like it would be so like you'd go to the cellar and you'd want to like talk to Patrice and Louis C.K., but you're like fucking, you just didn't feel like you were their equal. Fucking nowadays, people are like, well, I do a podcast, I did a show, I'm his equal. And imagine if I tweeted something like that to fucking Dave Attell. And I'm in no way saying actually I am. In this situation, I am Dave Attell, and fucking Mike Figs is me if I can insult him any more than calling him me. And I just tweeted, yeah, Attell, you suck. You're not fucking funny. It's like, I know it sounds like it's about respect, but you know me, I'm not that respect guy. It's just how lost he is. He's not worried about anything about himself. It's everything. I know I haven't said this yet, Chris. He's right. He just fucking sabotages because he doesn't want to do the work and he doesn't have the patience and he wants everything done in an hour when he's 10 years, get this soundbite, 10 years at best from being a national headliner.
Oof.
Matt, your thoughts?
How long have you been doing it, Chrissy? I've been doing it 30.
Oops, I muted him again. Wait, say it again. Gino, I was trying to adjust your settings.
We're going to lose him.
No, he's going to log off now. He's pissed.
Oh, no. Gino, come back.
He just dropped his phone. The cat dropped on the
Look,
phone.
this is the sound. I'm sorry you're on StreamYard. It's my phone. You're going to mute me again?
No. I was literally...
It's a new system. She's still trying to work it out.
I was never trying to mute you.
Those headphones sound good, Matt. Don't worry.
I do like this. I do like this DuckDuckGo system.
I do too. It's like $25 a month.
Am I done talking?
You got your point across.
Figs is younger. I think Figs is what, 34?
Yeah, but that's my point. Like
So your point is that so Gino, your point is that Figs is burning bridges and stealing Kevin Brennan's lines by saying you do the same act every time.
Yeah. I mean, I did all fucking. You saw, Matt. How much shit was new? No, we're not even going down that road. I love the stuff I'm working on.
Dude, you heard it.
He does. Bringing in new shit all the time.
You and Joe Curry were the acts of the night at that early show of Saturday. Both of you guys came in and lit the fucking room up.
last show for a completely different reason.
Well, I saw you right before you went to go do your set, and I was like, "Whoa, that should be fun to see."
You've come a long way from. You've come a long way from.
This was nuts, and I love him, but he's like, he knows I'll do it again. If you told me, look, you got, because the bars close at 10 o'clock, and I knew I'm like, this is my only chance to drink with these guys. And you saw me when I walked in and saw you guys. I'm like,
went and got a bottle at the liquor store.
Is Berg drunk?
No,
Berg left Saturday, didn't he?
Okay.
Yeah, he had a Zoom show that night because the guy's fucking a workaholic, and he's a good dad. He wanted to get home early and do his daughter's dance thing.
Yeah, I think he accidentally caught me yelling on the phone. I was yelling on the phone to somebody in the lobby, and Berg walked out, and I was like, well, that's kind of embarrassing.
Stop it.
He's 29, Kayla Forney says.
I think he's at least 30.
Stop.
I know. I felt like he was very young too, but
it's so hard to.
It doesn't matter. You know, I felt he filled a good role on In Hot Water. I don't know if there was anything that was actually said that was like a catalyst to him. Did Gino leave?
Hello? Oh, there I am. That's me. I hit a button. That was me. I hit a button. It's like you're backstage. I'm like, oops. Anyway, go on.
I don't know if there was one certain thing that was a catalyst that would have made him act a certain way. I always loved Figs. You know, we always get along. He's like, I consider him a friend. But
no, that's the thing. I think we all still love Figs, but he's just being an idiot. He's throwing a fit.
Yeah, I don't know.
He is throwing a fit. That's what me and Chrissy were talking about when I first joined today. You can always tell by somebody's Twitter if they're actually upset and trying to mask it with their ego. You know, when he's clearly attacking everybody. Oh, you're blocked. I'm blocked. This and that.
Yeah, Jim Stansel has fits all the time. But
yeah, he has fits all the time. It's fantastic.
Stansel does?
Yeah, he has fits. Nothing fits.
Oh,
hey, this guy gets it
on us, Matt.
Gino, I don't know if you know, but Engelbert is in the chat saying hello. Alex says,
"Oh my God, I didn't." I know.
He's a year younger than Alex.
Gino, did you see my text about the ski trip?
Well, oh yeah, I don't know. Pennsylvania.
I'm going.
I'm going too.
I'm going.
We'll be there, baby boy.
Oh God, Gino, we gotta go.
Live SMC on a ski lift.
We should do a podcast from the Verbo.
Fuck that. We're skiing from the ski lift.
What's a Verbo?
It's a vacation.
It's like
rental,
Airbnb. It's Airbnb.
Something by owner. Vacation rental by owner.
I'm surprised there's not a rapper called Airbnb yet.
I'm surprised. Yeah, Lil
Verbo.
Airbnb.
Lil Verbo.
The old Verbo. Give him the old Verbo.
You gotta go, Gene. We're gonna have a fun time.
Yeah, you gotta come.
Yeah, come skiing, dude. We'll have 3 bottles of Jameson.
March 5th through 7th.
I'll die and get hypothermia. At least it'll be funny.
I'm doing a show that weekend. Either in Delaware right now. I'm in Jersey that weekend, but I might be getting a big gig in fucking Jersey the first weekend Delaware the first weekend in March.
Oh,
that's the second weekend in March.
Yeah, dude.
5th and 6th is the first weekend in March.
Nice.
Was that a burp?
Yeah.
Something.
I hope.
That was my liver dying.
My sister just texted me that she got a suggestion that she needs to follow our dead mother on Instagram. So I don't know what the hell.
What? It popped up like suggest. That means somebody's probably still logged into her account.
There's one photo on there, and it's like.
I have to tell you, hey Gene, are you drinking for the first time since this weekend right now? Are you having nice?
Actually, that's not true. I had one shot with the boss today before I left.
I need to get a drink.
Jesus Christ!
I was about to go get a drink.
I was in a coma yesterday. My liver was shaking and vibrating like.
Dude, I was done. I was on the couch watching football. I was in bed by 11. Thank God football ended early, so I didn't have to stay up late doing the sheet. I slept till fucking 11. Went into the show, did it again last night. And now I'm back. I shouldn't even be drinking wine, but fuck it.
Yeah, no. I took one solid day off yesterday to just fucking shake like a wet dog in a storm.
Oh, dude, that's the worst. You're just sweating in your sleep.
Oh my God, so bad. And I didn't. That was a needed day. Now I'm back in the bottle.
Yeah, I'm about to go grab me a drink as soon as the host gets back.
Thanks to Crazy Ray bringing 8 bottles of whiskey to my house.
Nice.
Good
Crazy.
Shit.
Oh, that guy is a little. I love him, but he is a little off, right? It's not just me.
Yeah. But in a good way.
Oh no, please! All our friends.
Who's Crazy Ray?
Unless he put Rufinol in my fucking gin and tonic. Otherwise,
Mead, are you coming up Sunday too?
I will be coming up Sunday. Yeah, we got
nice.
The stand-up show at Orange Ale House on Sunday.
Yep, gonna be a lot of fun.
Sunday?
Yep.
Oh, by the way, and when Fig said that, now Chrissy's big time and me doing all her plugs. Are you fucking insane? She's just doing her plugs.
Sorry, there's a lot of them.
How is that big time?
When you did all your plugs, I'm not kidding. I'm like, she's fucking awesome. Good for her staying busy. I was literally like, I got to book a few more shows for myself because I'm just coasting because I'm so angry. And then Fig's like, oh, you're big time and me doing all your shows. It's like, you insecure little cunt.
Yeah, it's like I asked people to do the plugs.
Fuck Big. No, first of all, I take offense to that because I've invited him more than once to do a secret show.
Yeah, didn't he blow off your secret show once?
He did. He blew off the second one. I know he had pretend COVID the first time.
But, yeah, he said like 4 COVID scares.
But the last time I invited him, the last second to last show, he just didn't show up. He said he was coming.
I remember you were upset. You were like genuinely upset about that from like a friend perspective.
I was because I consider him a friend. We hang out. We have, we talk. But just he's gonna blow me off.
Figs is a fun hang when he's not being an 8th grade girl.
Yeah, but I like the dude on like an actual level.
Yeah, I like him too. I feel like that's why. I mean, I was so upset last night, but I was like. When I'm upset, I like say more shit that's honest because normally I'm like, don't have conflict. But I was like, you're a self-sabotager. You're trying to distance yourself from people. He's like, oh, it's just Twitter. I'm like, yeah, it's just Twitter. But these little things add up. Like when I see that he unfollowed me, I'm like, wow, that's kind of a ding. That's kind of like, not that it hurts my feelings, but it's like, to me, that's not meaningless. To me, that's like a mini fuck you. And it's like, what did I do other than like, I don't know, help you get spots? And
oh yeah, Geno, you have no excuse. Camelback is on the way to Jersey and South and Delaware.
Well, there you go.
Yeah, but that's no fun. Like skiing all day and then going to do a show at night.
Yes, it is fun.
Yeah, your legs don't work. You'll get off stage faster.
Yeah,
we'll see. But you know what I mean. What it's just. I'm probably sounding all fucking snobby, but I just like to go to Utah. I suck fucking on these shit East Coast icy
Camelback, and I agree with you. A lot of Eastern like whatever New York mountains are shitty, but Camelback is really good. Yeah. I've never had a bad time there. And
they're all shitty compared to the West Coast, and I heard myself say that.
Excuse me, Mr. Ames.
No, let me say this. Let me say why. Because I'm old and I like falling and I know it's going to be soft. I hate falling on the East Coast. That's my number one concern. I'm not saying like, oh, I'm so good. It's like I fall a lot.
Yeah.
Oh my God, Charlene, that's really funny. Maybe I dated the guy Figs wanted to date. Oh. Tony is also a snow snob. Snow snob.
Sorry, guys, just robbed a liquor store.
Kind of a snow job.
I've never been West Coast skiing.
Oh,
yeah, me neither.
I'm lucky. My quote unquote cousin lives out there. My best friend's cousin, but he's like I go out there every year. He's the guy that owns Fat Kid Pizza, Maxwell's restaurant it's called, but he's got Fat Kid Pizza out and started in Park City. He's got a location in Salt Lake City now, so I go stay with him and fucking, last year's the first year I missed in about 10 years because they shut down the fucking mountain because of fucking COVID.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh my God. Yeah. We were at Shawnee on Sunday, me and Frank. Because we went. Oh yeah. We're super rad snowboarders from way back because we went to try to take his kid. We went a few weekends ago we didn't get a chance to like either of us to snowboard at all because Matt hurt his arm and we were like, oh, it was like a bust. But then so we're like, we're gonna go. And oh my God, there were so many it was way maskier. It was like they were like cunty women out just like waiting by the ski lifts to tell people to not to like push their masks up.
Yeah, I had some woman, I don't know if you saw the show today, I had some woman say that to me at some fucking thrift store, like, Jack's, that dollar store place. And I was just like, oh, I'm so mad. I didn't put it up, but it was like right here. And she's like, over your nose. I'm like, she goes, put the mask over your nose. And I'm so mad I didn't take my mask off and go, excuse me. But I
like, lady, we're in a thrift store. There's COVID on these clothes.
And then you spit in her
mouth.
White
trash sundries, as I like to say. Yeah. But it's like, it's the arrogance of these people. It's like, stay inside, coward.
They're on such a power trip. Yeah. It's like the most powerful they felt all fucking day. And they're like, I need this. I even talked back to her because she was especially nasty. And we're waiting in the ski lift line. There was a lot of people around. She's like, ma'am. Put your mask up. I was like, oh, sorry. I didn't realize I was a ma'am. She's like, you are the ma'am. I was like, yeah, you don't have to be nasty.
Yeah,
though.
You the ma'am.
Yeah. She's like, you don't have to be nasty. And then she was like, I'm not nasty. I'm like, yeah, you were nasty. And then as she started to walk away, she was like, I was pretending to be her. I'm like, oh, but this is all I have. It makes me feel so powerful. And then the girls next to us in line were laughing and we're all shaking our head, rolling our eyes. So I was like,
that's exactly what the cunt it is.
Right. Yeah. Exactly. Because everybody knows that these people are fucking just self-serving assholes at this point. And the majority of the population gets on them and has fun with them. And that's why it's fun. You get together with people, you make fun of these fucking cunts who have nothing better to do than tell people their business. And that's what I like.
They're genuine cowards. And the props I give goes to, I was watching Malice and Dave, Michael Malice and Dave Smith. And Dave Smith said it perfectly. He's like, it's a form of just fear because if I'm sitting in a supermarket, and there's an earthquake and I'm all alone and I'm a piece of shit, I'm like, oh my God, I'm going to die, right? But if I'm sitting there with my 5-year-old son and that same earthquake happens, I'm going to look at him and be like, everything's fine. Everything's fine. Because I'm not worried about myself. I'm worried about someone else. And all these fucking faggots that are like, you're killing my grandmother, probably haven't talked to their grandmother in decades. And it's probably just let me virtue signal how much I care about this woman because look, if my mother was still alive, she's dead. My father called into the show today to say dirt, worms, and dark. But I will say
speaking of dirt, no.
Yeah. I gotta go.
Gotta go.
Speaking of human dirt.
Alex.
Hey, boo.
Hi, darlings.
What are you doing?
Are you guys on okay terms? I should have asked or checked before.
No,
I think we're good terms.
Of course they are.
Okay.
Crickets ensue.
Awful.
Did Geno lie to you about having COVID? That's what your face is telling me.
I'm on very good terms. I've done nothing wrong. What did I do?
Nothing.
It was a delayed laugh.
Yeah, Geno, I wore your shirt. And it's your shirt. I didn't even wash it. You took it off your body and gave it to me, and then I wore it skiing. And then whenever I was inside to get food, I unzipped my jacket. I had my shirt in full view. I'm walking around the snack bar at the mountain. I was like, take it all in, boys.
Oh, you Chelsea Handler?
I wanted people to no, ew, gross. Ugh. No, I just wanted people to see the sheep shirt.
I love that fucking shit. Oh, good. I ordered another one, by the way, because there was a second run, but I'm glad you're wearing it. Like,
are the sheep shirts, for those of you who don't know? Yeah, I have it on my computer. It's COVID is the flu of the better publicist. So you guys are selling now shirts and hoodies of this?
Yes, we are.
Where?
And of course, I'm giving the stickers out for free. Just DM me your address. I'll send you these fucking stickers on my dime. Fucking trying to start a fucking movement.
Or better yet, you guys should send a self-addressed envelope to Compound Media.
I think for the next wave, I'm going to do that.
Yeah,
but I'm not going to lie to you.
Steve will throw that out.
Yeah, I'm not like I enjoy writing the letters. Like, think about it. It's like how can you complain about so many fans want me to send them stickers? Like, how lucky am I to have that problem? You know, that's one of those ones where like, and then you just sign your name real big. Who's cooler than me? So yeah, I enjoy it for now.
How are you doing, Alex? What's new in your world?
Nothing, just down in Florida. Nothing new.
What part of Florida?
Tampa.
Ooh, Tampa. Is that where the Jews are?
Ooh,
or
who
no?
else is in Tampa?
The
criminals.
I don't mean that in a bad way, because my dad
trash.
lives in Naples, and I was always told that Naples is where like the wasps are, or the non-Jews.
No, he's probably a little bit south of there,
Okay.
of Tampa, but no, it's a nice area. Nothing's new.
Watch your
Probably
wallet.
due up for a visit soon.
You're gonna
Your
visit where
wallet.
soon? Oh yeah,
Is
Alex,
that mic working?
You're gonna come up to New York, right?
Yeah, I know. I want to come up and visit again. I want to do the show again. I had so much fun last time.
Definitely do my show. Do an announcer thing, or just be a regular guest, like whatever is fun.
I don't know. I feel like there's a lot of drama with the announcers right now.
I
Really-
will say this.
Really
I
just the
love
former one.
I love Bobo and Big A, but I couldn't vote for either.
You just felt
I
so
just
drawn between the two.
Well, can I just say though, with the Figs drama, I thought it was a joke.
A lot of the
Yeah, I
fans
thought
are
it was
saying
a
that. Yeah.
I did
Like,
too until we
when I
had him
saw him
on.
tweet that, I think I texted you, Chrissy, and I was like, he's kidding, right? Like, there's no way this is like.
I know. And Figs was even thinking that what was going on with Berg and Geno was a joke. I don't know. And then it
With
makes
what?
Figs made me feel at one point that he thought that it was a joke, like going on like between him and Aaron and Geno, like the joke of him being fired or whatever. And it's like, it's so hard for me to be sympathetic about your being fired from In Hot Water when you straight up quit my show. You know, it's like, oh, I'm sorry, your fucking number one hoe doesn't like you anymore. I don't know. I don't know an appropriate metaphor for that. I just was like upset.
I just think the whole thing's a mess. But it's also funny too, because like I feel like he's trying to like incite some type of like network war between Gas Digital and Compound. And it's like, I don't think any party really cares that much.
No, and I'm a big fan of Compound. But Gas, it's like it's us. It's not us versus. It's not us versus Gas. It's us versus them. It's Compound and Gas and people like us versus
everybody.
It's like, I want to watch Jimmy Kimmel or fucking. You know, that shill, you said it perfectly. The biggest shill in entertainment, not named Howard Stern and Stephen Colbert. I can't be bothered with that shit, you know?
You're gonna realize that those mainstream sources of entertainment are just gonna bomb right now. They have absolutely nothing if they can't rip on Trump.
They're still ripping on Trump. It's ridiculous.
Oh yeah, everyone's got a Trump-shaped hole, and it's like they're like, how can we please?
But it's a residual. It's not going to happen for like that was literally all they had.
How long do you give it? How long do you give it on the Trump? I say
the impeachment thing. They're
spring.
going to keep trying to impeach him, whatever, so they can't run in.
But he's also asking for it by giving like what did he make yesterday? The office of the ex-president of the United States.
I just heard about that.
I love it.
What?
You haven't heard about this? He made officially. You can look it up. He made the office of the ex-president of the United States.
So
hilarious!
funny.
Hilarious!
Yeah, look up. Like he even signed it and everything. He made it down in Florida.
I'm looking
yeah,
up.
look up. So I know I'm butchering the actual title of it, but it's something along those lines. It's fucking amazing.
They made the office of the president-elect. Like
exactly. So he's like, fuck that.
Bullshit.
Yeah, he's like, we're gonna keep true to the American people for our agenda. And so I'm like, hell yeah,
trolling him. I don't care.
That's what I mean. So he's gonna keep it up. Like, you know how he is.
Saturday Night Live. That was all they had for the last 4 years.
Yeah, office of the former president. That's right.
Well, I mean, it's not even a joke that the Democrats are still trying to impeach him, and it's not going to happen. They should be embarrassed. They're like, we gotta keep going at this guy. He's gone. Let him go.
They're jealous.
They know he's not done with. They want to be done with him, but they can't be, and they know he's not done with them, which I love.
Gino, the cops are outside for that sound complaint.
Wait, I hope they're fucking dead. Always.
Last Friday, Trump said he will make a comeback in some form, but did not specify how. Yeah.
Well, GOP's,
you know, guys,
GOP
trust the plan.
Have a real problem.
We just gotta trust the plan, right?
Yeah, trust the process. LeBron didn't win his first year, right?
Trust the Kraken.
The Kraken.
I mean, I don't vote, so I don't know any of this. Like, I don't really get it. But I just feel like they still want to be pissed off. And I think people realize that like Biden wasn't the savior of democracy that they wanted. And instead of like shifting the blame and saying like, oh, wow, we really didn't vote a good candidate in, they're like, no, but we still have to be mad at Trump. That's what I think as somebody who's literally never voted.
I know 5 people personally that lost their jobs.
Well, I mean, that's the perfect synopsis of what happened. I mean, there's people coming out like, oh, he's pushing troops into fucking the Middle East again. Like, I didn't vote for this. What did I do?
Yeah, you did. That was happening 4 years ago. So you're, dummy.
You voted on the platform of, I'm not this guy.
Gino, Todd Lump of Shit said, Gino, they removed the sticker I put up at the COVID testing site.
Oh, they I put them all over the subway, and there's a hospital right near my house. Always down 2 days later at best. Oh, they take them down. That's why I got to keep sending them out because they don't last long. People are they're all fucking cowards.
Todd, if you wanna do the announcer, tell me when you want to come up, and I'll make it happen.
Phil Mangione put them on every McDonald's in Atlantic City.
I talked about it on our show today. Speaking of how like ESPN is owned by the family of networks that is ABC. All right, Alex, I already sang his praises because she loves Tom Brady. Tom Brady, they won the fucking NFC Championship on Sunday. He was the only one not wearing a mask. Everyone was giving him shit. A ton of people were giving him shit. Then one day later, ESPN puts a story out that his parents, Tom Brady's parents, both had COVID at the beginning of the football season, 2019, and he was worried sick. He was beside himself, even though his dad went in the hospital and got out, and the mother who had cancer fucking didn't even go into the hospital. But let me ask you this.
ESPN is the fucking worst. It's the worst.
Exactly. But here's the thing, Ski Mask. If you
making sports political, go fuck yourself.
That you almost lost your parents to COVID, are you not wearing a mask on national TV? No, you're wearing one, saying everyone wear one. It's a lie.
You think Brady wants to look? You think Brady wants to look back, go into his 10th Super Bowl, and watching highlight reels when he's an old man and he's wearing a fucking mask? That's the last thing I would want.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, remember what time it was? No, it's his 10th fucking ring or a 10th Super Bowl experience. Sorry.
Yeah.
Tom Brady gets it. Who's Ed Medeiros?
Looks like the guy I asked to buy me alcohol.
I don't know. Apparently Tom Brady fan.
Maybe it's the guy that dumped up fucking Larry's drink.
Gino, you think he should be wearing a mask considering his parents got it?
No, I'm saying it's a hyped up story. He wasn't worried about his fucking parents.
It's stupid as fuck for ESPN to run that story instead of like maybe as a sports channel hyping up the big game. Oh, wow. His parents had COVID way back then.
They're a show for the left, and no one should be wearing a mask in pro sports. This is what I keep saying. Everyone's like, oh, the NFL. I had this conversation today. They're like, oh, what they did with BLM. They fucking laughed in the face of BLM. They gave him a fucking opening day with that stupid fucking song, and then they put interstitials over every fucking anthem till fucking this weekend when they showed the anthem, and the Bills stayed in the clubhouse for it, and it was the first time I had no problem rooting against the Bills. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Yeah. And they're like, COVID, unlike baseball, which don't get me started, fucking doesn't let people outside last year. Fucking the NFL monetizing new games. They didn't miss a game.
Show me these people who are mad that he didn't wear a mask. There's nobody that's out physically angry at that.
Their text underneath, why isn't he wearing a mask? This sends a bad message. All fucking cowardly baggage.
Nobody there has COVID. They got to get constantly tested being in pro sports.
Some fans are angry. Yeah, this is their attempt to bully Tom Brady into being one of these celebrity mask and vaccine shills, which so many of our
Tom Brady is the last person they want to do that. He's kissing everybody on the mouth. He's kissing his kid.
Look at all these fucking these are people from Twitter who are
upset. You know what? I love it because what are they going to do? Pull him out of the fucking Super Bowl at this point?
Yeah.
Don't wear the mask. Get photographed not wearing a mask as many times as possible. Fuck him. He's fine.
I would super spread for him. I think Alex.
I would super spread my ass cheeks for Tom Brady. I don't give a fuck. This guy.
Well, you know what's funny though is I think that masks have become like the new criticism, or people like criticizing COVID restrictions. Because like I was looking on like the Tampa Bay Buccaneers fan group on Facebook, because I'm a 90-year-old woman, and people were waiting at the stadium to like, you know, cheer for the teams as they were coming home and everything like that when they left the airport, whatever. And people were like, look at all these fans outside their car with no mask on. It's like, okay, we've been in this a year. Like, can we just move on? Like, is this where you're pissed off? Like, this is what you want to direct your anger toward?
Let people do what they want to do. You're not going to get more mask wearing at this point. Even if it is further mandated, the people who are wearing them are going to wear them. People who are not going to wear them are not going to fucking wear them. So it's like, stay the fuck inside if you're that paranoid.
I agree. And I just feel like at this point, people have been using it as a way to get special treatment for things. And like, nobody is forcing you to go to a bar. Nobody is forcing you to be in public. So like, stop being mad that you went out and people weren't wearing, like, places that aren't essential, like whatever. If you want to put them in grocery stores, places, like, fine. But like, nobody's forcing you to like be at a concert. So don't be mad that you went to a concert and nobody wanted to stay 6 feet away from you. Like, you can't. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, it's like male feminists. They're like, I didn't put my hand on this girl's shoulder. Look how many masks I wore. And then he gets home and fucking rubs his nuts on everything in his house.
After we've been hearing that masks
wash his hands,
don't do anything.
Rapes a girl when she's not looking. It's all the same. These are all deviant people. They should all be fucking euthanized and killed.
Yes, I've said it before. The only people who are happy about this are meth heads. They don't have to show their grill when they're out in public.
Old Dirty Chicken wants to know, did Flyover Phil die?
Tell him, Chrissy, the characters evolved. They get away from us. We had Frankie McDonald on the past week. He took today off. Who can keep up with the characters, Old Dirty Chicken? I just told him the last time I had a drink.
Find this Frankie person. I guess I don't know.
Frankie McDonald's classic. He's been on a couple podcasts.
Me and you were the last two to hear about him, Chrissy. Apparently, look at Ant. Everyone knows who he is. I had no idea.
Geno. What was the podcast he was on? Somebody had him on regularly for a little while. You told me about it the other day on Friday.
I think they were saying Ron and Fez had him on for a while, or maybe Kumi in the old days had him on.
Somebody else.
Oh no! One of the show on our network did, right? I think it was Eastside Dave had him on for a while, right?
Yeah, it was that, or somebody on Gas or something had him as a regular guest, and he's fucking hilarious. First of all, the guy's a classic.
Geno, Abu wants to know, Geno, if you and Red Bar buried the hatchet. I did not know that you had a hatchet.
I do not have a hatchet. I have a picture of Red Bar's wife's axe wound, but that's completely different.
What? I have an axe wound? What happened?
He's so far in our rear view, no one cares. And his fans that send me fucking, what are they, prank calls? But of course I don't answer. This is how dumb his fans are. They don't realize you can't do prank calls anymore. It's like my phone is off. I pick it up. I'm like, oh, I missed 7 fucking prank calls, I guess. And the messages are always like, fuck you. And they crack me up. So it's like I'm enjoying it. And we actually got 2 days of material. Remember, like 2 weeks ago when guys were prank calling and they were just dumb prank calls like our fans? They're like, you have 10-pound bowling balls?
Yeah.
You call them. So everything works out for us. But yeah, his fans are so far in our rear view. They're like, oh, no one cares. Oh, Red Bar was burying you. Good for him. Good for him. But doesn't it have to suck?
Nobody's going to get better than the actual callers from In Hot Water and Compound. Like the actual callers, not prank calling, are better than the prank calls.
They're better than the hosts. 100%. I watched the show. Our callers are fucking hysterical, and that's just it. It's like it's got to be a nightmare to have it. By the way, I don't know if you know this. I went to the Red Bar page just the other day. He does 7-hour shows. There's 7 hours.
That's a long time. That's a long time.
That's a telethon.
You know? That's how many hours a day you should be sleeping.
Or working.
I think he just goes until he says something funny. I don't even know. But it's awful. It's embarrassing.
Oh my God, this is so funny. There's a fan who puts my dates on Chad's Patreon, and and deletes them, and then Chad deletes them within minutes.
Isn't this the same guy that's always hating on you on Twitter?
Look, Gay for Gushers, I don't know what to make of you, buddy. Literally every other tweet I like.
He was hating on you last night.
Yeah, he's either saying something really cunty and I'm about to block him, or he's like, "Oh, you're great." Literally a lot of mixed signals from you, Gay. So figure it out.
Yeah, I don't get fans like that. Like, I lost my mind on one of our fans today because he posted a picture of our hoodie on whatever site it is, the wholesale thing. He's like, after you, Chrissy. He's like, look at the markup on this. I'm like, what passive aggressive shit is that? And then he writes me a text like, I'm so sorry. I'm like, I can't pick a side. Just be normal. How can you be less normal than us? We're 5 fucking idiots.
Marta wants to know, do we think Pelosi was put into custody? I mean, all I know is she's on a lot of pills. That's all.
Yeah, hopefully
she's going to hell.
Hopefully a custody of an
She's
Undertaker.
definitely possessed by satanic forces, but I don't know if she was put into custody.
Hopefully a custody of what, Matt?
An Undertaker.
Go to hell.
When I look at her, I just know there's a hell, and she's going there. I really do. Alex, you know, how religious am I? But I do. I look. She's like, there's a hell, and she's going.
Yeah, literally looking at her makes me want to be religious. I'm like, oh, I need to step it up because this fucking exists. Yeah.
Right.
It makes me not want to be that. God's real. How could this exist?
There's no way she's not going to hell. She's fucked over how many fucking people in her life?
Her body is like 80% adrenochrome at this point. Lump of Shit says, I called Geno during those pranks and he just didn't answer.
I answer every. First of all, there's no gay, but I'm not hitting the gate, and I'm not in charge of anything. I just look like I'm steering a runaway train. I'm fucking Sandra Bullock in Speed at this point.
Sandra Bullock in Gravity.
Not bad. I like it.
All right, Gaver Gushers is claiming his mood swings are to blame. I don't know. Maybe don't tweet
mood swings. Alex is on your side.
He was begging Mike Figs to block him earlier, and Figs said, "You have a day."
A day. Semi-automatic wants to know why is the media's coverage of Biden so positive? I mean, I think that's pretty self-explanatory.
Yeah, clearly.
You know, even though
how could it not be?
Yeah, you know, despite the fact that Biden could not get basically anybody to come out to any of his events or even zoom in.
Oh, he didn't even have events. He had like 3 rallies. The guy didn't fucking campaign. We all
had to hire the military to fucking show up to his inauguration.
He performed so poorly every step of the way. He was chosen by forces other than we the people. So I'm going to tell you guys something. They're also the same people who own our mainstream media. So of course they're going to cover him favorably.
Yeah.
What?
The Jews?
Oh, the Jews.
Oh boy.
There's supposedly a vid of us. Marshall pulling her aside at the end of the inauguration. Oh, U.S. Marshall.
What a name. Long Horse. Jeez, I wish I had that name.
I'm turned on.
My nickname in fucking football.
The vid is real. I just don't know what the claim is. Oh, interesting. Maybe Marta has some inside info here. Interesting.
I'm sure it's just the U.S. Marshal telling her about some fucking bomb threat or something, saying it's okay, and people turn it into more than it is. Don't get me wrong. I want it all to be true. Like, I'm the one losing my mind saying Hank Aaron died of COVID, and they're like, the cause of death was natural causes, and I still purport that there's no such thing as natural causes. You die of old age, natural causes, but there's a cause. It's just a natural one. You know,
a heart attack's a natural
cause. What fucking made him stop breathing? I think it's a lung full of COVID.
I'm trying to find this video of Biden being unable to put his pen.
Oh, that was funny.
They showed it on Kumi today. I was losing my mind.
Oh my God. Okay. Here it is. I want to bring it up so bad.
I was watching Kumi today. They were showing pictures. For some reason, they were talking about, remember Hervé Villechaize's tattoo from fucking Fantasy Island?
Yes.
They showed a picture of him and his wife and another midget. And Kumi goes, look at this bitch. She's having a onesome.
I know. Look at him go. Look at him go.
Oh my God. He's so unfit.
I mean, it's hard. It's hard. You know, the jacket is dark. The inside of the jacket is dark.
Bro.
What an embarrassment.
He's just trying to read.
Embarrassment.
Well,
Breitbart,
I really think the whole thing with this presidency was just to get Kamala Harris into the White House at some point.
For sure.
Yeah, she's in there, all right. The drapes have already changed colors.
I mean, he's been unfit for like the last 4 years. So he's going to be unfit to serve within the next 2. And she's going to be president, a person nobody voted for in the primary. Somebody that has no one wanted her to be president, but they just have to push their fucking agenda and get somebody in there that's different than fucking Trump or anybody who's white.
Did they really say on Jim and Old Dirty Chicken saying Jim and Sam said the election was on the up and up today?
What does that mean? Like up and up?
Without fraud, without shenanigans.
They work for Sirius XM again.
You wonder
if
they receive any kind of marching orders. You know what I mean? Or is it like, do you kind of put yourself in your own little echo chamber there?
I'm sure you got to be careful. We've seen what some people can get fired for from there. It's ridiculous.
You can get fired for being attacked.
Oh God, that was funny. Good job. 1 point for you.
So so Shuley completely left Stern, right?
I think so. Rumors are said that he was told that he was going to be off the show, but I think that he had left earlier than that. Was the rumor?
I know he wasn't happy with he. I'm not saying he wasn't happy with Stern, but he would always say, I'm like, how's work? And he would always say, Stern is so fucking miserable.
Yeah.
He would always say, not like it was a newsflash, but he would say it like he wasn't too happy with his job either. And he was really good at it, but
How long has he been on the air?
Oh, wow.
Stern?
Stern since the 90s, right?
90s.
80s.
Sounds right. 80s?
70s, late 70s.
Okay, so his whole life.
So it's been 40 years. Let's just say that.
Just 40 years. I think that's enough time.
He's become an abomination.
That's why I was highly surprised that he signed that another contract. I was like, what the fuck?
Well, I mean, if you could do the minimal amount of work for the maximum amount of money, wouldn't you?
Well, last time he spent the whole fucking contract talking about how he wasn't going to sign another contract, just bitching about it. Oh, I got to get out.
But he's miserable, Ski Mask, and he doesn't.
I know he sounds
doesn't
miserable.
know what to do with himself.
I haven't listened to an episode of that show in years.
Do you guys believe that like the more well-known and famous and more money a person makes, the more relevant they become? Or do you think it's possible to stay relevant despite being very financially successful?
Despite not being
didn't Tom Hanks just do the inauguration?
Oh, Tom Hanks is like the biggest pedo on the planet.
Yeah, but he's relevant. They wanted him there. I mean, it was clear as day.
No, I think a lot of the people who've been so relevant, or it was before they struck it rich doing fucking like mainstream stuff.
But do you think that somebody can get to like a Dave Chappelle or a Stern level of money, success, notoriety, but still be able to appeal to like the people? Because those are the chief complaints I've heard from like about a Chappelle or a Stern. It's just like, oh man, like it's hard to listen to somebody who's just so damn well off.
No, I mean, Chappelle's Sticks and Stones was fucking phenomenal. That was great. I fucking loved that. I thought he came from like a kind of a total personal place and laid it all on the line with that one.
Yeah, but there's still stories out there of him being an asshole to people and things like that since he struck it rich. I do believe as time goes on, people change because they get so used to that lifestyle. And if you start being very conservative with your cash, such as Stern or Chappelle and guys like that, you're not spending as fast as you're making it. You get too accustomed to how easy it is, and then it eventually turns you miserable.
Yeah.
There's nothing to fucking have to go out and work for.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant they're not genuine anymore.
Yeah, because they get so accustomed to that lifestyle. Yeah, his comedy may be funny, but in real life, like as a friend. Like, what was that story Chad always talked about when he was Googling himself? I mean, why would somebody be doing that?
He stole 35 wallets.
Aren't you in Tampa, Alex? Aren't you in Tampa right now?
That's my girl.
Are you with him? Is Chad in jail? Does anyone
Is Chad
know?
right behind you?
Oh, God.
Are you roommates?
God.
Yeah, what gym do you attend?
I'm going to say the same thing I said about Artie when everyone gave me shit. He needs to go to jail. He doesn't need to go to jail for fucking 30 years. He needs to go to jail for 6 months and fucking get scared to not do this shit again. He's fucking looking at some serious time if he fucking doesn't take a plea.
What is serious time?
For people like us, anything over a year is serious fucking time. We're not criminals. Neither is Chad. He
25
is, but
counts,
he's
10
not.
years.
You know what I mean?
He's not.
He can't be in jail for more than a year.
He will be if he gets convicted of what he's been charged with.
I just
But
don't
that's why he needs to
understand.
make a plea deal.
I
I
don't
hope
understand.
I hope I'm wrong. I
Wait,
hope
what
I'm
were you saying,
wrong.
Alex?
I think he's going to be taking a knee deal if he goes to prison. Am I right?
This guy gets it.
Wait, Alex, what were you saying?
No, I'm just saying.
Sorry,
I just can't understand what would like drive somebody to do what he did. Like, it's very confusing to me.
He wanted a six-pack. He's broke.
I think it's easier to get a job than it is to steal 35 wallets, though.
But the thing is, too, is like when you pulled up those criminal
That's good,
things,
Chrissy. That's good.
when they pulled up like his arrest report and stuff, you know how you found like all the charges that he, or not the charge, the places he used that card at?
Yeah.
It was just such a bizarre thing. I'm like, I don't know, maybe because I don't know how fraud works, but I'm like, when people like, wouldn't you go for like a big ticket item and try to resell it or something? Like, he was just using it as if it was his regular debit card.
Like a mink coat. Yeah.
Yeah, right. Jesus.
Well, maybe his thought process was if he stayed under the radar by not buying a big item, he wouldn't get caught.
Well, you know, he could have been drunk while this was all happening. You never know.
Right. Very true.
Gas station snacks.
So, hey, I'll be honest. Maybe he did it so many times. So he's like, all right, I'm not getting caught.
Well, I think he gets that. Yeah. That's the other thing. You're right. It gets easier every time, right?
Yeah. Right. I mean, if at first you don't like get nailed, you're like, well, I mean, how much can I do?
Right.
I mean, I guess I don't know.
I don't know. I'm not gonna. I'm suspending my judgment on this until I know exactly what happens. So.
Correct. I agree.
But that's the thing. I don't think we're ever gonna know.
What do you mean? He's got a court date in February 23rd.
Yeah.
Let's all show up and support.
All right. With signs on wood.
Yeah, it'll be like a bringer. Yeah.
Yeah. It'll be like
it'll be like a ringer.
Question: where do you go? Oh, this seems like a boring politics question. Where do you see the future of the Republican Party? With the majority of people only voted because of Trump, what happens to those Americans? I think there's a strong chance there will be. If Trump wants to form a Patriot Party, it has to come from him. I think anybody else, it's not gonna go off.
They have to. The Republican base is gonna be gone. You have to ditch the fucking pro-life, like evangelical nonsense, and you have to go as basically as an old Democratic Party, like a freedom party. That's the only thing that they can do. They have to ditch the fucking the old antiquated bullshit and move on.
The old Democratic Party was Constitution everything. As long as you abide by the Constitution and all the rules in it, then that's what you voted for. So what happens to those Americans now? They'll keep packing their heat and abide by all the amendments. I think, which is fine.
Wow, Ski, that was very impressive.
Or join with libertarians. I mean, that's basically it.
If they can, but they're not giving up their guns. Trust me, that's not happening.
Somebody tell me this cigar is done.
Shut up.
What? I can't tell.
What? You have to show it to us, you retard. Oh my god.
Yeah. Oh, dude, it looks like your hair.
What are you?
Like a tiny dreadlock.
That's something from Dick Tracy villain would have that in their mouth.
Dun, 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 dun. Wait, that's not the right song.
The boss from All Dogs Go to Heaven had that in his mouth.
I forgot about that movie.
Give me them digits says Lamau. That is not the old Democrat Party.
Did you say Lamau?
Lamau.
You don't know the old Democrat Party, then it's what? I'm not even going to try to explain this asshole.
The old Democratic Party had slaves.
Yeah, they wanted complete free. They wanted to do whatever the fuck they wanted. Yeah,
not that old. Yeah. Lump of Shit says this is I think a reference to Chad. You can tell he wanted to stay under the radar. Just watch his comedy. Oh, cunt O'Hare. We mean Chad Zumach. Yeah.
Are you clicking which comments you want to show up on the screen?
I am clicking which comments.
I just now realized that because I was wondering how you saw them before I did.
I could go back to the old comments. Somebody says Geno Berg 2024.
Yeah, I agree with that one.
Yeah, he'll be unfit for office.
How good Stacey Pressman doing for?
Oh my God, I'm a little upset with Stacey Pressman right now because I taped a episode for a few mayoral candidates that are running for mayor of New York. What was this? A couple days ago, and I invited Stacey, gave a lot of advance notice. Stacey Pressman, Eddie Cullen, and Bill Pepitone. Bill Pepitone's like former NYPD. Yeah. Eddie's like former teacher. Went to Fordham. Like nice guy. Young guy, 34 years old. Anyway, so like Bill and Eddie show up to the pod. They're there on time. We start recording, and I go, all right. I guess Stacey's gonna join us soon. Not only does she never fucking show up, but this was a 5 o'clock recording. She did not even message me until 11 p.m.
Oof.
And
he should be running the city of 8 million.
Yeah,
people. Blew my mind because
sounds more qualified than De Blasio.
So we're recording, and Frank is being a doll and like emailing her campaign manager.
Must have been stripping to pay for a campaign.
Angela Riley.
Hey, where are you? We're recording. Like, come on in. And I don't hear anything from her until 11 p.m. at night. So sorry I missed the show. My mom doctor appointment turned into the ER, and I was dealing with my mom's care. I said, I'm so sorry about that. When was her doctor's appointment? So keep in mind,
1 hour.
The podcast was scheduled for 5 p.m. I said, when was her doctor's appointment? And she wrote back, thank you. It was in the early afternoon. So early afternoon to me says 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock. So you're telling me that between 1 and 2 o'clock, 3, 4 o'clock, 4:30, you don't have an instance, you don't have a moment in that time to say, hey, I'm out of pocket, I'm out of position, I'm not going to make it. That's what blows my mind when people like kind of lie and are flaky and bail on.
But I would go the other way. It's like, look, I don't care if this happens 3 minutes before showtime. You're running for mayor. You need the fucking promotion. You make it fucking work.
Yeah.
I fucking take the phone and be like, I'm with my mother at the ER. Fucking win some fucking pity votes.
Yeah,
I think successful at this as she has been at everything else she's tried to do.
What?
Yeah.
I think
I think she
will be just as successful at being mayor as she has with, like modeling and acting and comedy and all those other things.
I just was so upset because like I would consider Stacey a friend, and it's like I get at the same point, it's like if you're friendly with somebody, like here was my chance to get her on, and like she could make. Wait, I missed
By the
something
way, I
really
don't give
funny.
it to Alex.
Please read the comment.
Look at
Alex.
That
Brown. Geno comments. No,
I didn't realize I put that up.
I didn't want to give cadence to that or whatever the word is.
Well, it's on the screen. We just went over there. I think Chrissy chooses which comments.
I do choose them.
I
was annoyed because I was like, all right, Stacey, maybe not the strongest candidate for mayor, but was a friend of mine. So I figured, hey, come on the podcast, show your stuff, girl, and just blow it off. Like, ugh.
I was talking to Steve Torelli. Well, I was DMing with him. That's the world we live in. Love Steve. He does all the artwork. And he goes, is she just running for mayor, like to get funding?
Yeah.
Like,
yes.
Like Stuttering John, our other friend, and I literally wrote back.
Friend.
And I consider her a friend, but I'm like, I hope so. I hope that's what she's doing.
Oh wait, you mean as a form of income?
Yeah, to make some money or something.
I mean, she must have been stripping that night to pay for her campaign. That's why she did get back to Chrissy. I mean, maybe she's taking this thing seriously.
If you actually go with a parent to the emergency room or a doctor or whatever, it's like your fucking calendar for the day. You go, okay, I'm about to not make this. Like this is in a half hour. I'm not gonna make it. Like I don't know. Is that crazy? Am I crazy for thinking?
Look, yesterday I planned the show for 6 p.m. At 10 o'clock in the morning, I realized I had a job that was going to cut it a little close, so I had to move it back an hour. Right? Doesn't that make sense? You would know.
I don't know.
Well, right, but
nice
also...
headband.
I don't know.
You
guys can suck my cock.
No, Eddie. She should not do wallets. That's not working out for anyone in comedy.
Eddie's actually watching on Periscope. This is the one person.
That's Twitter. The Periscope is actually via Twitter.
Okay. I thought they were disconnected.
How are they going to have 20,000 in a stadium?
What?
Periscope is still a thing?
Periscope is still a thing. Yeah, I thought they were being phased out of Twitter, but I guess
you can't go live on Twitter anymore. You can't go live video. No, you can't.
But you can do live StreamYard to Twitter. Interesting. Anybody watching the Super Bowl next week, Florida?
It's not next
they have
week.
20,000 on the stadium.
Alex is trying to get tickets, right, Boo?
Trying.
It's in a week and a half.
You can.
That's a no.
Head over to that locker room.
That's a no on the ticket, Toddy.
I know they're doing raffles.
She's working all the bathhouses.
Well, no, they're doing raffles for like
that's what they call them these days.
And people have boxes and all that different stuff. But to buy a ticket, it's 2 weeks ago they went on sale for $5,000, and then once the Bucks went in,
damn,
wow,
the ticket's like $36,000 right now.
Shit.
Wow, I'm in a super. You know,
10 seats.
Apparently, Larry has 2.
I'm in a Super Bowl pool.
Yeah, right.
Are you guys in a pool?
I am in a pool. I'm in Colin Terrell's pool.
Me too. What number are you?
I'm right. I put myself right next to Dave Landau.
Oh, did you buy squares?
Yeah, I bought a square. What number are you?
I think it's 35. I have to look at it. I think I'm 35.
I'm 11.
Daddy took 29 and 88.
Wow.
Nice. You got 2 of them. Wow. Big high roller.
Heil Hitler and a little fucking my birthday's December 29th.
Wait, what was Hitler's favorite number?
No, but Heil 88's code for Heil Hitler.
0.
That's not why.
Is it? How do you know that? I'm German. I should know this.
88.
Because when I took 88, I was in the car with Garrett and Berg, and they're like, the old Heil Hitler. I'm like, no, but I'll say that. I had no idea. They're like, H is the 8th letter of the alphabet, so HH is 88, Heil Hitler.
Interesting.
Oh.
Wait, wow. Gino, what are the odds that I'll win?
You don't know, Alex.
Did you say something earlier in the show, Gino, that's a little concerning with that information you just said?
About what?
Nothing.
I missed it.
Hitler's favorite number was 0, and he almost got there.
That's pretty good.
That's good. I like that.
Yeah, I got in a box on the at the local VFW hall, so I'll be playing against 3 Vietnam vets. Hopefully, we all die.
Yeah, there must be a storm outside. All these jokes are just floating away.
Gino, what are the chances that I would win off of my number of 11?
1 in 20. 1 in 25.
Oh, just like you?
Well, or because as of now, you could say probability-wise, you got 1 in 100. But there's 4 winners. So, but the thing is, then they put the numbers on them. If you get good numbers like 3 and 0 or 7 and 7,
multiple.
Those are
7.
good.
Yeah.
So
all right.
That's why you have to pick the numbers first.
Well, I guess I don't know anything.
Gino dropping.
I guess I don't know anything.
I guess I don't know anything.
By the way, if you've been following Gino's picks the past 5 weeks, 60%. No, the past 7 weeks, 60%.
Wow, we've been
me and
Stancil have been 75% on the playoffs.
That's fucking insanely great.
Yeah, I don't know anything about football.
Guess what, guys? I want to talk to you guys about the Chrissie Mayr podcast. We got a lot of good episodes coming up tonight. Tomorrow there's an episode with Sam Tripoli coming out.
My man.
Yeah, Sam is really good. People. Megan Murphy's episode is going to come out later this week. A few other people. Check it out. Good episodes. And I'm going to be doing some shows with my buddy Tim Young. You've heard me mention him before. He's more of a comedian / political commentator type. I was hanging out with him a bit in DC. I can't believe he's not banned yet. This is Tim. Tim Young runs his mouth. So he's going to be joining me. He's on Gab. Funny guy. Good hang. We're going to be at the Lake Park Black Box Theater on April 30th and the Boca Black Box Theater. Also in Boca, Florida. What's it called? Boca
Raton.
Boca Raton in Florida. May 1st.
Del Boca Vista.
Del Boca Vista. No tickets for that available yet, but I will be posting them as soon as they are ready. I'm really excited for that. And then, my little scrolling dates down there. Cost Cobb. It's going to be myself. I think Larry Bay, Karen Feehan.
That's
2/6. That's Saturday.
Yeah, that's the one. That's our new adaptation of The Secret Show. We actually have a venue now, so we're gonna start doing them there. And
Mead, how did you find this room?
It's it's like the local club. I don't know what you want to call it. The neighborhood club. They're pretty lax, and they want comedy there, and they're being really receptive to it and helping out, and they're psyched about it. So
we have some gentle bestiality going on in the bottom right-hand corner.
That's fine. There's going to be gentle bestiality when me and Bob Levy come together.
Yeah.
What?
On 2/6.
Oh boy! Someone says the Armenian genocide was a hoax. That feels like something we don't want to get into.
I don't know. System of a Down wouldn't agree. So so Coscob 2-6, February 6th at St. Lawrence Club, Valley Road in Coscob.
We talk about that Coscob train station. Jesus Christ! I got off of that thing. I thought I was gonna get fucking robbed. I had to wait.
Is that a show?
What?
Yeah, it's a show. It's next Saturday.
Yeah, next Saturday.
It's Bob Levy, Karen Fian, Joe DeVito, and Chrissie Mayr.
Oh, yeah.
That's a fucking party. I love it.
Yeah.
Coscob.
And then Geno's going to be on the next one that we're doing.
Yeah, so don't feel away.
But that's all I got.
Wait, let me throw up the Eventbrite.
Yeah, throw up the link to that, and I'm gonna throw it up tonight on Secret Show Comedy on Instagram at Secret Show Comedy, and then on Facebook as well. So come out if you're in CT. Tickets are going like way faster.
Tickets are flying off the shelves, as Paul Verson says. Tickets are flying.
Tickets are flying.
Tickets are flying off the shelf.
Larry Bea, Bob Levy, Karen Fian, Joe
Great
DeVito.
lineup.
And again, this is not in my living room. This is at an actual
at a venue
club.
February 6th, this Saturday. $20 tickets with 2 at a minimum. I don't know what kind of items these are going to be. I assume drinks.
No, they have a full like bar menu there, so it's going to be great.
I said blue cheese.
This is very exciting, Mead, because at a time when comedy venues are either not coming back or entirely closed, it's very thrilling to see like a brand new room start up.
Oh, you're going to love this place. It's fucking classic.
Yeah, I think we're seeing more indoor places actually pop up now where people are actually inside. Thank Christ.
Well, yeah, it's 3 degrees outside.
Doesn't matter. They're still doing outdoor shows, boo. It's like, I mean, I'm not on any and I'm not complaining, but it's like Dombrowski's still in that mix and I'll see his hands. I'm like, what did you do?
Yeah.
His hands are like as red as Ski Mask's fucking head. It's like insane.
Pink.
He's still at the rooftop at New York Comedy Club. I'm like, Jesus Christ. It's a fucking amazing.
Oh, Brian and Carolyn say hello. Thank you, Brian and Carolyn, for the super chat.
Our neighbors in Atlantic City. They gave us some waters. And some
How were they? I've never met them in person. How were
they?
Fantastic.
Carolyn is the best.
Really?
She's great. Awesome. She is so much fucking fun. She took care of Chick Man Joan that night as she went to go party, and I was passed out drunk.
Do they seem like swingers? That was my guess.
I do not think so. No, not at all. Carolyn is a fun person to hang out with.
Too bad. All right. Yeah, I wanted to meet them. Gay for Gushers feels like Mead is being coached.
Yeah, Gay for Gushers. You're also Mark on Twitter. You're the one who's been trying to start the shit.
He's starting shit. Yeah, he said that he called Frank a Jew and said he's getting his Jew paws all over the Secret Show. I'm like, you fucking moron.
He said they stole the Secret Show from me.
We all work together. It's like
we're not in competition here.
Frank is very good at organizing. He's not trying to get stage time. He helps organize our shit. Like everybody relax.
Frank has a gun to my head over to the left here.
Stop calling him a Jew. All right.
Not a gun.
Jew balls were nowhere near the Secret Show, you're saying?
Thank you, Tony.
He knows it was a misfire. All right. Gay for Gushers. He's almost like, I don't know. I can't figure you out, buddy.
He's gay for Gushers.
Frank's Jewish Italian hands were nowhere near my Secret Show. Frank knows the deal, dude. He had Westchester Comedy or White Plains Comedy Club going. I wanted to have him on this and make the best fucking show we possibly could. So
Frank's the best.
Frank is very good. He's very good at handling shit. Like, here's the thing: is like us as comics, we will handle stuff and produce stuff. But like, there's so many aspects of producing that like we don't want to do as creative people. Like our minds just fucking hate it, and he's very good at handling the aspects that like I think a lot of us don't want to do.
Exactly, such as an intro.
Make sure you get your badass Jew hot sauce. Use the code CMP. Sorry.
Oh, yeah, you use my code. I wouldn't pass that.
So mad because between Silk City, the code I always say is CMP or fucking just joking for Kev and not badass. I'm like, I mean, you're down the list. They need the money more than you. He's like, I have a kid. I'm like, Kevin has a kid now. He's like, fine.
I need money for my family.
It's so cute.
Wait, do we have? Oh, I thought Bobo. Bobo was in the waiting room earlier. I tried to get him in, and it didn't connect. So I don't know if he was trying to come at us from a flip phone or what.
Well, I'm gonna get going. The only thing I want to plug is I'm the announcer on Wet Spot now. Just follow me at Comic Mike Figs on Twitter. It's good to see you guys.
Alex, yes, we'll definitely set up a date.
Alex,
where can people find you, follow you?
A Comic Mike Figs on Twitter.
Let's go, Justin.
If you're not already blocked, and unfollow.
I probably
love you, Alex.
All right, I'm out too because I have to get something before I black out.
Yeah. Mead, where can people find you, follow you?
I'm not Mead on Twitter and Secret Show Comedy on Instagram.
I love it. And I'll see you Saturday.
Yes, ma'am.
Geno, where can people find you, follow you?
You know me, guys. GenoBisconte.com. Just watch me every day on In Hot Water, where you can often see a lot of these idiots. It's so much fun. Thanks for having me, Boo. You're the best.
Geno, you're the best. Thank you for coming on and shining a little bit of a light on this weird Fig stuff. I don't know.
In Figs' defense, like, I can't get too mad at him because we were all young once, but he's being an idiot. Get that shit away from me, Ski Mask. I'm kidding. He's being an idiot. He'll come out of it, but no one's mad at him. We're just
I'm a little mad, but I'm getting over it.
You're allowed to be. You're allowed.
All right, Ski.
SkiMaskCollective.com. Thursday we'll be live with Pat Oates in studio and the boys. Everybody's been digging the live in-person shows, so check that out. Saturday, the guy underneath the mask will be doing comedy at Flamingos at the Shitty Strip Club in Hackensack, New Jersey. Come check it out. Pack it out. Let's fucking have some fun.
That's gonna be so great.
And I can't wait. I can't wait. So I'm still picking you up on the way, right?
Yes. And then maybe, I don't know, we'll go check out the strippers. Who knows? Maybe we can convince some of them to come back and watch the show instead.
Yes. I'm convincing Laura to come with us. So she's never been to a strip club before. It's going to be a lot of fun.
She's never been? Oh my God. I'll have to buy her a lap dance.
Yeah. Teacher Tim will be there.
Oh, really? That's great.
Yeah. A lot of people coming out because he lives a mile away. This Sunday, also at the Orange Ale House in Orange, Connecticut. If you're Connecticut people, come check it out. I'll be there with Larry Baya, 6 p.m. and another show at 8:30. Come check it out.
I love it. Wow, Ski, so prepared with all of your plugs, and I was not triggered by a single one of them.
Well, that's because I didn't have 10.
Yeah, if you didn't understand all of our references, please check out the Ski Mask Collective show from last night on their YouTube. You can get up to date about all the drama with me and Mike Figs. You can see me, like, I don't know, kind of fucking yell at him. We'll see.
Also on all podcast apps, if you're a truck driver and you just want to listen, you can just put those headphones in and go to town and just hear a nice classic radio fight. And that's what I love.
Classic radio fight. Yes, and episodes of the Chrissie Mayr podcast you can find on iTunes, YouTube, Spotify, SoundCloud. We got an episode tonight coming out with a few girls who have joined OnlyFans. Keanu Thompson, Wendy Starling, and Sovereign Sire. That goes on YouTube live premiere tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern. So tune in for that. That's a really cool one because I feel like these girls get a lot of shit for doing comedy and OnlyFans. So that'll be fun to see. All right. Thanks, Ski. This was fun. You're the best. Love you, buddy.
Love you. Bye.
Bye.